In true Giant Graveyard fashion, we're going to go ahead and do this, and as soon as he goes for the gang, we're just going to go, maybe predictive arrows here if I'm crazy. Oh! Okay, that was the only skillful thing we did. That was the only skillful thing we've done with this deck, is that prediction. Ew, what is up, gamers? It's Turkey here, and happy Halloween. And to celebrate Halloween, I'm going to be playing Clash Royale with the scariest deck that I am aware of, no skill Giant Graveyard. Because what's scarier than going up against a Giant Graveyard player? Nothing. And for those of you who don't know what Halloween is, in America, it's a holiday where we all dress up in really fun and silly costumes and go trick-or-treating and get candy. It's a whole thing. So in honor of that, I'm going to be playing this spooky deck in my super cool Halloween costume. Playing truly a deck that needs no introduction. It's so easy to play. Giant Graveyard at the bridge, and you basically just win every single match. So if you want to scare your friends this Halloween season, I have the deck for you. But don't take my word for it, because as we know, talk is cheap. Come along for the ride as we scare away all of the other Clash Royale players with our zero skill deck. Into our first match of the video here, once again, running Giant Graveyard, typically a relatively no skill deck, and this deck that I did find, I didn't mention it in the intro, I was doing my Halloween shtick, has one of the highest win rates in Clash Royale. I looked it up, and it's the second best Giant deck. The one thing that you kind of need to watch out for is, you know, everyone and their mothers is running a Pekka deck, so if you're running against Pekka, you need to play it very delicately. If you think they're running Pekka, you want to wait to play your Giant until their Pekka comes down, but other than that, wow, cannot say I was ready for that. Not a bad play, to be honest. We're just going to go ahead and see if we can get a punish. Whenever I see Valkyrie Rocket, I immediately think the Viper deck, which is Hog Rider, Goblins, but it is not the Viper deck. It's a different deck that I thought. Kind of looks like it's Ice Bow, okay. So I think we're going to be up here against Ice Bow. That's good to know. If that is the case, Nia defends that pretty decently. Okay, so Ice Bow, we actually have really good answers for the X-Bow. Do I want to go in? No, I don't want to go in. Okay, we're just going to go like this and just take a chill pill. Also, I didn't explicitly state what my costume is, but someone will maybe point it out in the comment section. Hopefully we're all cool with this. Okay, so he just goes for an Expo. That's kind of fine with me, I feel like. I'm going to let the queen walk up a little bit. And I'm just going to pop the ability. And I'll just go ahead and cycle arrows onto the tower as well. We'll get a little bit of chip. Cool. So Expo is just, I mean, frankly, just kind of annoying to play against. I don't know. I mean, we'll just wait for our moment. It's really hard for him to break through with an Expo. That's probably why he set up the defensive bow. Okay, he goes log, so let's go like this. Then he's probably going to drop an Ice Wizard on it. See what he does. Okay, let's go bats. And then we're going to go queen because he's going to Ice Wizard. And we just want to see if we can just get anything going for us. Just any little bit of damage. Maybe he has to rocket on defense. Maybe he has to overspend because he got that really, really good rocket. I'm going to pop this ability here. Nice. One giant shot and maybe some chip with the queen. So we've managed to close the gap a little bit. I'm surprised he wasn't more aggressive in single elixir, because double elixir, it's like very, very difficult for them to break through because we do have the giant. So just get an interesting play, in my opinion. I will take the spell damage onto this. I'm kind of okay doing that, to be honest. And we actually get damage on the tower with our guards. So maybe a little bit too defensive. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the Expo player, so who knows? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop this ability here. And I'm going to go Giant because he just used his Tesla. And we're going to go Graveyard as well. Guards down low. And you can see that's going to tank for the Expo, which is great for me. Okay. See, zero skill required here. Zero skill required. We're going to go arrows and hope that this doesn't take our tower in time. Please, sir. Please, sir. Oh, it's going to be close. No skill required. Oh my god, he can't get the log down. What did I tell you? Zero skill required. Nothing spookier than that. We're going to give him the good game, and we'll see you in the next match. GG's. Okay, up here against Yer Bot. And yeah, in general, if you are, you know, looking for a deck to play, I don't know if he knows where I am, just gives me that. This deck's not hard to use. Not hard to use. Low skill ceiling, low skill floor. It's just, it's not a difficult deck. We're going to cycle a snowball here. We were just trying to get to our evolutions. Yeah, Ice Spirit doesn't tell me a ton, but that's okay. I might just go for a giant kite here. I think it's a fine play. We're going to go like this and just kite it over. Barry should help out a little bit, which is nice. Fortunately, he has Prince, so this giant is pretty much gone. Dead on arrival here. Alright. I'm going to reset with an Archer Queen in the back. go bats, maybe to force out a spell of some sort. That would be ideal. Looks like our opponent is running Giant Beatdown, which is interesting. We're both kind of playing lower skill decks. So Giant Beatdown, Giant Double Prince is a very common deck archetype. He's going to do that. It's not actually going to finish off the Queen, so kind of a questionable play. The good news is their deck is like pretty expensive. Okay, I'm going to go in with a Graveyard here. I know it looks weird, but he spent a lot, and I'm going to pop the ability, and we're going to get tons of value with this push here. I can even go arrows onto the berry, and we're probably going to take his entire tower, and all he's going to maybe get is like a little bit of Dark Prince damage onto ours. Okay, we didn't take his entire tower actually, so I did misspeak in that interaction, but that's okay. Bats not quick enough to stop this, but that's okay. In terms of the net damage that was exchanged, it's good for us. And he does need to spend on these bats, and that Ice Spirit is not going to be enough. Nice, so we get him to waste, I would say, effectively waste his Electro Dragon, and we're going to see if we can get a King Tower activation off of it. Okay. Beautifully. We did not mess up the timing this time. I messed up the timing the other day. And I'm just going to cycle a Snowball. I don't really want to play guards. I don't want to play Giant. He's kind of just waiting for me to like play something into him. Queen is a fine card to cycle. Beautiful. He doesn't really have a spell that can take care of the Queen. All he has is Fireball. And as far as we know, that does not really take care of the Queen with a single blow. So we're going to do this. Pop the Queen ability early, and I'm going to arrows onto all of this. I just want to take down this Giant as quickly as possible. I'm actually going to go for a defensive Graveyard, only because I don't have the cards that I need in cycle to defend this. Okay. And we live, we live, we live. Look at all that. Look at all that. Where's his small spell? Does bro not have a small spell? My guy. Please put a small spell on your deck. And because that just ate up his entire push, I'm totally going to go in here. I think instead of a small spell, he has the Electro Dragon in or something, but it's just a really weird play. We're pretty close to being able to just kind of cycle him out here. As it kind of looks like all he has is a Fireball, so shoutouts to us and our no-skill deck versus him and his no-skill deck. And arrows actually don't do enough, but maybe arrows Snowball. Well, either way, I'm just going to cycle. Snowball, Evo Bats, and we're going to get there. We just got to defend this push. But he doesn't have a small spell. All he can do is go for a Fireball, so GG's to this guy, living up to being a bot, as it says in his name. Put a small spell on your deck, bro. GG's. We'll hold that dub. I'll see you in the next game. Alright, our next match here against, I don't know how to say his name. Oh, and he's running Dagger Duchess. That's really good for us. In terms of starting play, what the yuck are you doing, man? Okay, let's do this to take care of the balloon. Okay, wow. Just when I thought I was running a no-skill deck, my man, he almost just out no-skilled me. That was crazy. I was not expecting that. We're going to go in with the Graveyard here because that push was hella aggressive. And because Dagger Duchess really struggles against this. We're going to have our Snowball ready as well. Could pop another Archer Queen ability, but I'm okay. I think we're going to get enough damage without that. So I'm just going to let it go. And then I'm going to go bats like this just to make sure that we don't take too much damage. So he defended decently, but man, that play was crazy. That was almost ridiculous. I don't have any of my air cards in cycle, so I just need to be mindful and try and cycle back. If he does go Lumberloon at the bridge, I might just kite it opposite lane with like a Giant, and then we're 2 cards off of our Queen, so we're okay. We're going to be ready. He goes for those shenanigans again. And shenanigans they were. Okay, he just does that, so we're going to do this. And then I think he's going to go Lumberjack, so we're going to go guards, yeah, to try and DPS down this Lumberjack. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So that was just a crazy interaction by my opponent. Just dropping Pekka like that, to me, is just bonkers. Okay, we're gonna do this. He wasted his NATO, so we're gonna go in with the bats. And somebody's gotta do something about these no Pekka players. So I'm happy to be that guy. I'm happy to be that guy against these Pekka players, man. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna let this go. I don't want to overextend. So he's playing Pekka Balloon Freeze just when I thought I was the god of no skill on this Halloween. Someone that goes and outskills me. No skills me, I should say. Okay, we just need to be careful with playing our Giant around the Pekka, but that's fine. I'm just gonna cycle a Snowball here and play it cool. Play it cool. Play it cool. Okay, we'll cycle the guards. He's gonna play something on the Bomber. Okay, and drop the Archer Queen in the back. If he goes Lumberjack opposite lane, we can go for like a Giant Kite. Okay, he just goes Pekka. It's fine with me. Don't really have any issues with that. We're gonna go like this. And we're going to do something crazy here. I'm going to go for a Graveyard just so I can get this lineup with the berry. No! Why did the tower target the berry? Okay. That low-key would have been like a fire play, but I just failed. Just failed. And now I'm in jeopardy because of that greedy play, but it is what it is. Oh, I'm in jeopardy, alright. Okay, he's gonna go for a freeze, so we're gonna go low Archer Queen. Pop this ability. Okay, he didn't actually freeze, so we're gonna go like this. Oh no, come on, come on, come on. Don't let me go down like this. That's what I get, I suppose. Okay, the good news is he's going in for Pekkas instead of defending. So I think we're gonna be okay because the daggers are all flying towards the giant. We can arrows on this and snowballs, so I don't know. don't take notes, man. We were both no skill Jedis going at it. We'll hold that up. I'll see you in the next game. Up here against Black Panther. Funny name. That play would have been diabolical if I was able to get that berry lineup. And he's running Cannoneer, so rest in peace to my boy. Cannoneer does awful against Graveyard. For, I would say, obvious reasons. Okay. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Barry, good job, Barry. Yeah, this might look completely diabolical, probably because it is, but he doesn't have his gang in hand. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I guess that was a decent defense. We're going to let this flying machine lock, actually, because I want my bats to get a counter push. Queen's going to do well here. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. I need more from you. And we're going to go guards and then last second snowball just to keep this off my tower. And we'll get a good counter push both ways. Okay, gonna let this queen get shot once. Oh, pop the ability. Nice, good job, queen. This guy's deck is crazy. I don't know what he's running, but it's cool. It's cool. We have a lot of good answers for him. I was trying to get the berry to pull, but it did not. Okay, so Ram Rider. What is this dude's deck, dude? I am not entirely sure. Guess it could be Ram Rider Pekka. Not entirely sure, like I said. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to go bats just to try and get him to spend. And he does, so that's good for us. Just going to go arrows. Oh, no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay, Archer Queen will actually do pretty good here. I think he should have not gone for that. Like, Goblin Curse, it doesn't really work that well on guards, to be honest. So, we're going to see what he does here. I might go in for the graveyard to protect my queen. Okay, just hear me out. Queen's going to eat one shot, then we pop the ability. And this is going to do really, really well. It's going to take care of the brawler, and the graveyard's going to get some damage, but not really as much as I would have wanted, unfortunately. It's the way the cookie crumbles. We're going to split bats, and we're going to go for a low berry. Fortunately, I'm unable to protect my bats as much as I would have wanted to. Well, not a bad push by my opponent. I'm going to go bats to keep the queen alive. I need to be careful with the Goblin Curse on the bats, and the recruit's got a lot of value there, so that's kind of on me. Okay, we're going to pop this ability early. Just take care of this. And once again, we're going to go into the graveyard because we do have a surviving queen. And I'm going to arrows onto this and snowball because it will do, like, it'll do well. Like, with all of that, it's really, really nice. Okay, we're going to do this. Come on. There's no way, bro. Ram Rider, you are too good. Okay. Fine. All right, chat. All right. It's time. It's time. I don't know what to say other than it's time. I don't know what to say. It's time. It's win or it's do or die right here. It's do or die. It's do or die right here. Skill versus no skill. I'm having fun with this deck, dude. Happy freaking Halloween. 0 skill required. GG's. Into our next match against BB Sario. And it's nice to just have, you know, a relaxing video. Play a deck that's pretty good, but not like the best deck. And just like kind of take a break from having to overthink it. Don't got to overskill it. You just got to play it intuitively. I think that's another reason why this deck is really good, is because a lot of times your intuitive move is just your best move, you know, and you have to make less decisions than you would with a cycle deck. It's all in all really, really strong. He's leaking in a little bit of elixir here. Okay, I feel like he's gonna drop like a Pekka or something here, so I'm gonna pop the ability. That was worth the risk, because like if he just, I was gonna say if he just popped something down, we would have, which he did, we would have been in a lot of trouble if the Archer Queen perished. So we're gonna go for the old reliable kite. Oh, and did he take the bait and he went for the rage? All right, well, Well, in true Giant Graveyard fashion, we're going to go ahead and do this. And as soon as he goes for the gang, we're just going to go maybe predictive arrows here if I'm crazy. Oh, okay, that was the only skillful thing we did. That was the only skillful thing we've done with this deck is that prediction. Oh my gosh, dude. Mega Knight players, man. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Okay, we're just going to do bippity boppity boo, take care of this. Nice. And, you know, was that skillful? Maybe. I only had to make one good decision, and that was kite over the Mega Knight. So if you play this deck, you need to understand how the kiting works. You either need to play it on one of these two tiles. If their troop is on this side, you place it in this plane right here. And if their troop is on this side, you place it on this tile, these set of tiles right there. So it's a pretty simple concept and very important to learn with the Giant, because Giant Kite's very polarizing. You can almost just turn the tide of the entire matchup. Once again, I'm going to pop this ability before that thing locks on. And, well, here we go again with the old handy-dandy kite. Even though Mega Knight is going to get a little more value, but it's still worth it for us. Like, that defended his whole shtick. Okay, he goes for arrows. I feel like he's going to go Inferno Tower, so hear me out. Yeah, we're going to do this. And guards to block the Inferno Tower, and I'm just going to arrows and snowball onto the wizard. Maybe on the off chance that it perishes, and indeed it almost does. Oh, he's gone. Cool. That wasn't like that great of a play. It applied a good amount of pressure just to make it so he has to defend so he can't go in for a giant push. At least that's kind of the idea. Okay, really weird archers. Frankly, I feel like they're bad archers in my opinion. Okay. You need this to walk far enough up. Okay. Let's try and block the Inferno Tower. Dude, this deck is so good. This deck is so good, my man. My man's stuck in purgatory back there. There's no way he can put up a push in time. So GG's to that guy. I mean, that one play that won us the game was immaculate. Very well played to us with our super high skill deck. We'll hold that W and see you in the next game. Alright, up here against Doc G, and I told you there's nothing spookier than a Giant Graveyard player who doesn't know what he's doing. I'll put the deck link in the YouTube description as well, so if you guys get the bug to just, like, you know, play this deck, you'll have the option. Hopefully he doesn't have arrows. Not a lot of hog players run arrows, so I just want to do this. Kind of interesting to hog into all of that, but hog players do whatever they want, so it's fine. Okay, I'm just going to cycle bats. It's nice that he doesn't have giant, or sorry, he doesn't have cannon and cycle, so depending on what he spends, I might go in. So he doesn't have giant in cycle, so let's do this. I think he's going to bum rush me with hogs, so we're going to go queen, and we're going to get a better end of this interaction, I would reckon. Okay, he doesn't rush me. He opts to just go musky and snow. Okay, this is good snowball here because it'll hit the tower, the skeletons, and the musky. And we're going to get a good amount of damage. That was only possible because he didn't have cannon in hand. That was the only reason that was possible. Once again, cycling his cannon on the queen, I get it. He didn't have anything better in hand because he's running 2.6. So the one thing we do have to be mindful of is that their cycle is really, really quick. So not getting out-cycled. But we can defend hog relatively well, and we always get a really big counter push off. So that's good. I'm going to try and bait a fireball here. I'm going to go bomber in the back. Maybe he'll drop a fireball. A lot of 2.6 players would maybe fall for that trap. He just goes musky in the back. It's okay. I mean, he doesn't have cannon in cycle, so I'm going to do this. Like, I don't think it's a horrible play. No cannon. All he has is the musky. And, oh, it's not 2.6. Okay, fair enough. Thought it was. Okay. Either way, we get great damage. Okay, it's a weird variant of 2.6 that I've never seen before. 2.6 something. Okay, weird log, and we're going to be able to defend this no problem because we can just go for last second guards. Okay, this match isn't over yet. I'm still 100% trying to figure out his deck. I think it's 2.6, but instead of fireball, he has like log delivery or something. Once again, my man cycles his cannon. What have we learned? Nothing, apparently. Okay, we're going to go like this, and he goes for the predictive earthquake. So my man is in for it. He can't defend a graveyard super easily, and his cannon is low on HP. We're going to just go ahead, let this thing cook. He logged a little early, but there's a tower down. Giant graveyard, man. Giant graveyard. I don't know what to say other than giant graveyard. We go Archer Queen here. He doesn't want to push into it. If he goes opposite lane, we go guards. And this is what I like to call like a checkmate position in Clash Royale. So We're going to go ahead and just breathe, cycle these bats, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gave up at this point, so we're going to hit him with the giant graveyard in the pocket and the good game. We scared him away. We scared him away with our no-skill Halloween deck. Can't say that I blame him. Another easy win there with this masterful deck, and we're even going to get a little 3 crowns. So GG's, we're going to see you in our last game right now. All right, last match of the video. I can only do this. Oh! That was my alarm. That was my alarm. Your boy has a haircut. I got to go get my haircut. I can't do this for much longer. You know, I'm tired of scaring these people with this spooky no-skill deck. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I wanted to do something fun for Halloween, so I dressed up. I'm doing a spooky deck. I'm trying to make it a bit. If you're not in America and you don't, care about Halloween, that's super valid. Okay, I'm actually going to do this. I think it's super worth it. Okay. Don't retarget. No! Okay, we're fine. Okay, that was a really weird play just from my opponent. Really aggressive play. He's running Balloon Freeze, so it's good to know. Do I go crazy here? I'm going to go crazy here. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I feel like we're up Elixir, so we're going to do this. That is pretty bad, but we're just going to let it go. I don't want to overspend. We're going to take the damage that we get and call it a day. He mistimed that bar barrel, so shoutouts to this no-skill player. He's also running a no-skill deck. We're going to try and bait him into a freeze. Nah, I didn't. I should have waited a little longer, but I don't have Nerves of Steel. Okay, we're going to just let this go and be ready for a Lumberloon at some point. I'm sure he's going to spam me, because whenever players take damage, they always want to kind of like make it back. So, okay, just chills. Yeah, I'll cycle my berry. I don't want to overspend on this because of the whole Lumberloon opposite lane threat. Maybe we can bait out the Electro Dragon. Like, he'll see this. He's like, oh, I want to go Electro Dragon on it. Yeah, he does. And that's fine with me because that's a really, really big threat. Okay. Giant Kite, once again, saving our booties. Shoutouts to Giant. Unfortunately, he has Inferno Dragon, so it's kind of like, how good of a play is that? We're going to go guards here because he's going to go Inferno Dragon as soon as he gets enough. And now this will be difficult for him to stop, and we're going to take his tower. So pretty well played to us. I mean, I knew that playing the Giant was almost like a little bit of a sacrificial land. I'm going to go defensive graveyard here. Keep this off my tower. It actually locks on. I'm going to snowball because he's going to freeze. Yeah, it's not the end of the world going for that play. I mean, what I meant to say was he fell for my bait. JK. All right. He's going to spam me. We're going to be fine. We're going to pop this ability. He doesn't even have his freeze and cycle, so once this goes down, we can go bats. And I see what he was trying to do, but bad execution. Good idea, bad execution. Let's go like this. He's going to have a hard time stopping all of this just because there's a lot coming at him. Defensive freeze, not a bad option. We're going to go Evo Bomber here to try and get a lineup onto the tower, but it's gone, bro. It's gone. Let it go. It happens. GG's. 2 no-skill Jedis going at it. Is there any better way to end out the video than a 3 crown? I don't think so. Happy Halloween. You guys are awesome. We're going to go ahead and do a quick outro. I'll see you there. And that's going to do it for today's video. Here is this spooky deck one more time. I thought you'd enjoy this. Let me know if you like the costume, you know, who you think I am. Hopefully it's pretty apparent unless I did a bad job. And give this deck a try. It's really fun. It is difficult in the current meta with a lot of Pekka Fisherman rolling around. So just keep an eye out for that. If that is something you face a lot, then you might want to avoid playing this deck. But it is scary. It requires minimal skill. And I hope at the very least it was entertaining. So one more time, happy Halloween to all of you that celebrate. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace!